Greetings, my friends. Please consider supporting me in my war to save pop culture by subscribing to my channel and possibly even becoming a channel member for exclusive videos, access to Doomcock emojis, and more. And if you like this video in particular, please consider using the new Super Thanks feature and putting a tip in the tip jar located next to the like buttons down at the bottom of the video. Thank you for watching, and now, on to the video. Greetings, my friends. I am Dictor Van Doomcock, the future ruler of Earth, and I have been contacted by two news sources who have offered confirmation of various rumors I've reported in the recent past regarding the looming catastrophe that is Indiana Jones 5. This is a story I broke over a year ago, and it was my coverage regarding Kennedy's awful plans for Indy that derailed that production for a full year as they decided what the hell to do next to fix things, because the reaction to what I was reporting was universal condemnation and revulsion by longtime Indiana Jones fans. To recap, I received a report from someone on the production who was profoundly disgusted at what Kathleen Kennedy was planning to do to Indy, namely, through the use of time travel, Indy was going to travel back in time from the 1960s with Phoebe Waller-Bridge in tow, playing either one of his teaching assistants or a plucky girl reporter, depending on which version of the script you were reading. And while back in time, Indy meets his younger self. Both of them get killed, and thus moving forward in time, Phoebe Waller-Bridge not only replaces Indy in the franchise, she actually becomes Indiana Jones, erasing him from history and arranging things so that she was always Indiana Jones. No one even remembers the Indy we all know and love.
Just when you think that Kennedy has plumbed the depths of woke pandering, hostility to men, and pathological jealousy of George Lucas and Steven Spielberg, she surprises you with something so evil it would make Palpatine himself blush with shame. And you're saying that you have received confirmation of these rumors, Doomcock? New sources, you say? And who could that source be? I wonder. Could it be Satan?
Nope. It was two more sources who came to me and made claims about what they or their friends learned on set. Now, I want to tell you right now, these are two walk-in sources, meaning that they weren't vetted by my Hollywood spies. So as always, by default, these sources are more suspect than usual. So what I'm about to share with you should be considered in that light as unverified rumor that you should take with several tablespoons of salt. That said, one of these sources shared their name and sent me data regarding their credits in Hollywood, and the other even shared what part he or she played in Indiana Jones 5, offering some details that will be easy to verify once the movie is released. But that said, I'm not endorsing this information as true by any means. I'm simply conveying it to you as it was conveyed to me. Take it as you will. So first of all, I was contacted out of the blue by source number one, who had seen my videos about Indiana Jones 5 and had some information to share. Here's what this source said verbatim, although I am deleting or changing any information that might compromise them to further conceal their identity. This source told me, quote, "My name is blank, and I've been a film industry professional in the UK for years now. Here's my IMDb just to show I'm legit," unquote. This source then shared the page, which of course I will keep to myself. The source then continued, quote, "I didn't work on Indy 5, but nearly all my mates did. I live in proximity to the shooting, so I went along when they were filming there just to see my friends and generally be nosy. I would say, given your sources already, that they are essentially correct. But one thing that, after hours and away from coordinators/production, was talked about over and over and was deemed super weird, but fits with this narrative, is that nearly all scenes were shot with a number of different outcomes and dialogue. So they would shoot one version of it, then reset, then film a different version of it, and repeat. And this is from the core crew, so it's definitely verbatim. So make of that what you will. I'm just assuming that they have filmed a fighting fantasy-style choose-your-own-adventure version of Indy 5 that will be glued together at the very last minute in an order that's based on the leaks, public opinion, and of course, their agenda. Sorry I couldn't give you any more than that, but I can guarantee that is all 100% legit and was a regular topic of conversation after hours, unquote. This source then went on in subsequent correspondence to share information from a number of other sets, including Pattinson's Batman movie. This source is wired into a network of fellow professionals who are quite willing to discuss the gossip they observe on various sets, so if this source is genuine, and I suspect that they very well may be, then this person may be a great resource to us in the future. Fingers crossed, knock on wood. But only time will tell. The point is, the source provides not only confirmation of my previous rumor regarding multiple endings having been shot for Indy 5, it elaborates on the mix and match patchwork nature of the script itself. It's not just multiple endings we're talking about here, it's a hodgepodge of branching storylines, much like a game. And what that tells me is this is not an artistic endeavor driven by passion, it's a cold, calculated bunch of disjointed scenes that can be mixed and matched depending on how people are feeling at the time.
That's no way to tell a story, man. Remember back in the day when writing was a craft at worst and art at best? If you can't commit to an actual story good enough to fill you with excitement and passion, if you're so scattered and non-committal you just shoot a bunch of shit and figure you'll string it all together in post, you don't deserve to be making movies. You're just a hack who should be writing commercials for Progressive. Indiana Flow, anyone?
Oh, fuck. Thanks for that, Harvey. Jeez. I just threw up a little in my helmet, you bastard. You know I hate Flow.
Thank you, Doomcock. I am honored.
Which leads us to the second source. The very definition of a walk-in, or a drop-in as the case may be. This past Friday on Friday Night Frolics, I had one of my viewers in the chat proclaim in caps, "They kill Indy in Indiana Jones 5. Well, that's a bold statement, so I asked this individual to contact me away from the show and share their story with me. Now, this source is, of course, very suspect, so take this with enough salt to give you renal failure, but I'll share what this source told me with you and allow you to make up your own minds. You're grown-ass people after all, but bear in mind, I'm not endorsing this information. I neither believe it nor disbelieve it. I simply don't have enough data to evaluate it. Here's what this source said, quote, "I worked on Indy 5 last year. In a bustling Pinewood Studios, I saw a script which had been left on one of those canvas and wood actor/director chairs. My heart rate went through the roof as I pondered whether anyone would notice if I picked it up. After all, the place was a hive of activity. So anyway, I grabbed the fucking thing. I had a hold of this abomination for 2 minutes. Indy dies." That's what this individual typed. Indy dies, all in caps. And this individual continues. How does he die? He gets a knife stuck in his back by Dr. Hans Lieberman, Mads Mikkelsen, who is subsequently killed by Waller-Bridge, who disintegrates him with something known as the Lebsk device, whatever the fuck that is. The fact that I am a part of this continued pop culture bonfire makes me sick, unquote. At this point, the individual signed his name, along with the role he allegedly played in the movie, and then added, "P.S. I don't give a shit if you reveal my name, Doomcock. I am so fucking disgusted and annoyed," unquote. Now, I'm still not gonna use his name, but I thought this was an interesting story, and if Indy 5 contains a Lebsk device, which is Lebsk, and if Mads Mikkelsen's character is named Dr. Hans Lieberman, well, we'll know this source was genuine then. But regardless, this is very interesting stuff, my friends, and none of it bodes well for Indiana Jones 5. Bear in mind, multiple sources have alleged that there are many different versions of the script in play with many different endings, so there is still hope that they have decided to veer away from the course that Kennedy charted. Indy may yet be saved, and Phoebe Waller-Bridge may yet be sent packing at the end of this thing. Now, I have no hope that a patchwork Frankenstein of a script like this will be worth a squirt of lukewarm piss. It's going to suck, I think that much is clear, but at least Indy may be spared the erasure from history that Darth KK intended. I guess we won't have to wait much longer to see, but to quote a certain smuggler of our mutual acquaintance, I have a bad feeling about this. From the center of the earth, this is Dictor Van Doomcock bidding you all, my friends, stay angry. Ha 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 ha.